The best part of raising oysters is just to be out there on the grounds at dawn on a winter morning. It's absolutely beautiful. I've been raising oysters on a very, very small scale for roughly 8 years or so. When I was real small, oysters used just to be a common thing. There used to be a lot of them. I realized that those populations had just about vanished. Oysters are a sedentary animal. Once they have set, they never move again in their life. So what you need to do is find something that's going to attract the swimming larvae. They like hard surfaces best of all. Their favorite hard surface is another oyster, hence a reef, but they can be recruited to other kinds of hard surfaces. So I've done experiments with like brick, concrete block, tried clam shell, and then I took old crab peeler pots. I would mash these peeler pots flat. I would lay them out like tiles. I would then put native shell on top of them and then mix in live oysters, and they're taking off. Well, oysters have no friends, and people have recognized that since antiquity. But the threats that have really arisen are pretty straightforward. The real big problem that I see is with erosion, silt, sediment, the kinds of deposits that appear on creek bottoms that cover over the beds and smother the oysters, and they suffocate, and that's the end of them. Sea level rise makes a big difference, and it doesn't take a lot. You get 2 inches and a couple of big storms, and that really begins to move that land, and it washes it into the bays, into the sounds, and into the creeks, and smothers everything that it falls on. When I think about the impacts of climate change, it's not just that there is erosion. There's always been erosion, but rather that erosion seems to be accelerating at a dramatic rate. There's a real question as where the origins of silt, and it's complicated. Certainly when people plow fields and the winds pick up, as you get blown dust that'll settle into the water and silt. But what we're seeing here are large erosion events at an accelerating pace. During Hurricane Sandy, I walked out to the point and watched 15 feet of the end of the land drop directly into the bay. The massive shoaling that we've seen really seems to be pretty directly related to the sea eating the land. I can say, without any equivocation, there is climate change. There is sea level rise. One of my goals here is to try and leave things better than when I found them. And if planting oysters and rebuilding native oyster reefs begins to create an environment that brings back little fish, grass shrimp, provides an habitat for eels, you've made a difference.